Join me, will you, on a trip to a place where none of us need to go. The Talking Points USA gathering down wherever the fuck. And Mike Pillow showing up to let everybody know the state of getting to the bottom of voter integrity. See, it's not really, I have to say, it's not really about fraud or any of that stuff. He has to get to the bottom of, it's the voter. It's your own personal, did you vote? Then you're the problem. It's this voter integrity, not vote integrity. That would be a totally different thing. Voter integrity. Now that might be a typo, or they might be stupid, or all of the above. Let's find out.
Tell us about your travails. Why it's hard enough keeping the country.
It's hard enough standing here next to you and talking to you and laughing in your fucking face the way I do when you're on the show. But at least in those situations, you're in a little window and you can't see me snickering.
Company going forward because they've shut you out everywhere.
Right.
People have to understand. They took him out of Walmart. The Walmart guy.
No, they didn't. No one took him out of Walmart. Walmart dropped him because he was a fucking asshole. He was bad for business. There's no they. Walmart can do whatever the fuck they want.
Guys are the most maniacal in the world. For every square inch of Walmart is mathematically about how much money can be made.
Right. And they decided this is losing us money.
The Pillow was the number one.
Number one.
They took it out of Walmart. They took it out of Bed Bath & Beyond.
It was before all this shit started. And then it wasn't because all this shit started.
Took it out of all big box. They even canceled you from the home shopping networks where you.
Oh, dear God. And you as an American have a right to be on the home shopping network.
Really got your start.
Yeah, right.
These fucking commies drive me crazy. The entitlement. Jesus Christ. You know how often these assholes use the phrase entitlement to talk about Social Security, which is an insurance program everybody pays into, and these motherfuckers think they deserve shelf space at Walmart and a free slot on fucking home shopping network? Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
So with all the time you got to spend on the company, right, and going and fighting the machines, everything you're doing for voter integrity, how are you going to have time to step in and turn around the RNC?
Well,
What do you mean? What do you think his day is like, asshole? He doesn't think it will be any different.
I've got a great staff at My Pillow, so when they'll call me. 500 of my employees have my direct number. So.
Mm-hmm.
This is Caitlin.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Mike.
He's currently unavailable. Can I take a message?
Yeah, my name's Hal Sparks. I have a show called Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide on the web, and I'd like to interview him.
Are you looking to set up a future interview?
Yeah.
I can give you my email if you want to send me some of your information, and then what time you. So sorry, my cat's in the background.
No, that's okay.
Like
never ever worry about cats being in the background. I have 5 of them. Okay.
If you want to, I can give you my email, and then if you can send me just a little bit of information, what time you're looking,
Sure.
What time your show is,
Yeah.
the length, all that stuff, and then I can try to see when we can fit it into my schedule.
That'd be lovely. Hold on 1 second. Let me write that down. I have some questions for Mike, and I think he'll be able to answer them. And I now have that's the first time anybody's picked up. That's amazing. So now 501 people have his phone number.
So if something's going...
And by the way, I turned off the audio because I didn't want you to hear her email address. Just for the record, I'm not going to be that kind of a dick. Just so you know.
Wrong, they'll call me.
Hold it.
But if,
500 of his employees and 10,000 people. If you're ever with Lindell, the phone's blowing up nonstop.
but if
Oh, yeah.
if it doesn't ring, I know there's peace. So then I'm able to do other things for, run around the country.
There's peace. Wait a minute. There has to be peace before you can be RNC chair? I'm sorry. We don't do those kind of prophecies around here.
And get everything that I can to help the country.
I called Mike Lindell's phone number. Somebody sent me his phone number, and I've been trying to call it, but this is the first time I've gotten through. It's a weird timing thing because it's Midwestern time, I would think, but I guess I got somebody.
And right now, the RNC is a big piece where it was blocking. It blocked everything. Every time they abandon something, it seems like I have to pick up the tab anyway.
And you've given money.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why he basically is a pissed off donor.
Oh yeah, over almost 40 million, and they for the country. So
look at him. He's like, I didn't get a slice of that.
What do you mean to the country? But you've also given
to the RNC. Oh yeah,
you've given money to the RNC.
Oh yeah. It was disgusting.
Donors?
This was back in 16 and 17. But I would go to their events, help raise money and stuff, and then I'm hearing from big donors going, why are we going to get money more? There's no return on the investment, and not only that.
Look, no, you ended up getting the House by a slim margin through redistricting, not because you fucking earned it. And you don't get to pay for fucking politicians to just automatically get the seat. If you're backing politicians that are fucking losers like Donald Trump, you are wasting your money. The RNC is not wasting your money.
That when you make promises that you're going to do something in November and December of 2020, that you're going to do something with election integrity, that's a weak word. I call it election crime.
Yeah, well, if you call it that, it must be. I mean, fantastic. Why couldn't we get him a judgeship during the Trump years?
And but you're going to do something. You will raise money with saying that this is where you're going to put it, and then you go completely silent on it.
Are you saying you don't think they had your back? You spent $40 million trying to get sorted the 2020 election and all the election theft.
Right.
Yeah, but not through the fucking RNC. And again, you can't just, this just looks like vote buying.
2022?
Yeah, that's right.
You think they had your back?
Absolutely not. And they didn't have the country's back. They proved it in Arizona. Here we are in Arizona. And they come down here and they were going to put all this money into what happened here in the midterms. And then as soon as they found out that it was the relief was a new election, they backed out and they headed over to Georgia. Let's head over to Georgia and raise more money and another loss. It's
almost as if, and hang with me on this one. It's almost as if you're a fucking loser.
F's in a row. 18 F.
Is the rumors true? Are you putting up the money here for Kerry Lake and all of the fights here?
Oh my God. She just got, and there is no fucking way Kerry Lake isn't building an addition on her house right now with his money.
Wow.
No.
Look at him on the end. Wow, you're that dumb. You actually think she won?
I am.
You are.
The Lindell Offensive Fund, the Lindell Legal Offense Fund. So.
Can we give it up for Mike
Let's
Lindell?
give it up for Mike Lindell.
They were already doing it. They didn't need any help from you.
Did Jack Posobiec, did you say yesterday Mike Lindell was crazy about going after the machines, or is that a miscommunication? Is that misinformation?
Mike Lindell is not only fighting the worst sleep habits of America and the world, Mike Lindell is fighting the insanity of the machines, the insanity of these elections, the insanity of the same machines, by the way, that they're fighting in Brazil, by the way. In a country where Matt Tierman has come and told us all of this.
Does every dude in here that gathers at this look like a serial killer? Just there's not a single guy in here who are like, there's not a wanted poster associated with him. By the way, notice how the brick suit guy is back there behind him with the fucking Kerry Karma. What does that say? Hi. I can't tell. Anyway, it looks like Kerry related something or other. But he's got his brick wall suit on, but he's got a jacket over it because it's cold in Arizona.
This will have Matt Tierman on. You got to get him on his.
You gotta wear 9 shirts like fucking Bandit.
Who supports Bolsonaro?
Let's go.
Who supports the Christians in Brazil?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you really have to say anything after the Christians? They're gonna chime in.
This week could be the big week. Are you
Totally.
And here we are, Mike, in Maricopa County itself.
Yeah, exactly. And we're all standing here doing fuck all. And after we're done, we will leave and nothing will have changed. Cha-ching.
Week long. This week is so historical. We're right there. The judge squished it into 10 days, and they'll be done by Friday. So we had to fly in extra lawyers, extra experts, and everything. And but at least he's going to look at it, right? So we got to pray that a judge will finally
will finally look at stuff that doesn't prove anything and say it proves that I believe it. The Lord has shown me.
Kerry Lake win? Yes or no?
Can Kerry Lake win? Hold on one second.
Absolutely. Kerry Lake won by a landslide.
Did Kerry Lake win?
Yeah, she did, man. You tell him, Mike Pillar. Hey, buddy. She won hands down, sucker. You better know it's all right. She's always been a winner in my book. I like the smooth and the chocolatey. Woohoo! I'd be cheering if I was there too. I couldn't get a ticket. They wouldn't let me in.
Why did Kerry Lake win?
Because losing is the new winning.
She won when we told everybody to vote day of, where it's harder for them to cheat.
Did that turn out to be shit advice?
59% of the machines. You got to look at your opponent. Are you the evil? They go, okay, we'll fix them. We'll just have all their machines turn them off on the day of November 8th. When I woke up November 8th,
they were still able to vote though? And those votes ended up being counted, though? Because the things that broke were like 3 tabulation machines in one particular place, and they had 5 of them, and they're 59%, yada, yada. And I guess the other one worked part of the time in the morning.
And all these machines were turned up. I'm going, or didn't work. I'm going,
turn those machines back on. Sell.
This is a miracle because it exposed it. Even Fox.
Yes, he thinks it's a miracle anytime someone exposes themselves.
Reported it. Give me a break, right? So,
yeah, you tell him. Say that in court. See, that's what we're missing. Good old-fashioned normal speak. Don't go in there and go, Your Honor, as seen in Ficus v. West Virginia in Section 9742 of the Penal Code of blah, no. I don't want to hear about everybody's penal fucking code. Just go up there and go, Your Honor, give me a fucking break. What kind of bullshit is this? No jury would convict you.
So they report this on national news, international news, but
inter-county.
All they did then is every time you came in there and you put your ballot in, it didn't work. They would put it in the box.
Yeah, you're only allowed to do that once. So if you went in multiple times, I think I'm starting to see the problem. I gotta every time you go into the voting booth, every time. You mean the one time? I'm just saying, it's sticking in my craw.
Those actually became basically mail-in votes, and then...
So they were counted. Sorry, dude. This is so dumb, it's making my left nut go numb.
300 and some thousand votes did not have chain of custody and never saw the light of day.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So you're saying to me that multiple Kerry Lake voters tried to vote multiple times and only their first vote counted as a mail-in vote, or because your people mailed in their votes and then tried to vote another time. The fuck are you talking about? What?
That's a fact.
No, it's not a fact, dummy. You're the ones who were kicking shit out. Yes, Maricopa County is run by Republicans. And
the opposition and the establishment Republicans are saying, hey, in November 22,
the 22, sure.
election deniers, DePerno in Michigan, Christine Caramo, Doug Mastriano, Kerry Lake,
Ducey, douchebaggy Ducey,
Marchant in Nevada, Fincham, all the top creme de la creme of the election deniers all got defeated.
And they all...
That's right. They all lost because people didn't want to vote for anti-American bullshit. I'm with you. What?
Won. I marked that. Every single one of them won.
Well, none of them are currently serving or transitioning or even...
Every one of them won. And they...
No, they didn't.
Did it different. There's a thing called the Edison research. Everything goes...
There is a thing called the Edison research. It's where you ever have a busted light bulb and you just want to lick the filament and you're like, oh, and you're like, this is a mistake, but you still want to do it because you got to try it.
Goes through Edison research on the election day, goes through there, then we get the news from all the CNNs of the world.
Of which there are two, CNN and CNN International.
Our cyber guys took feeds right from CNN and we tracked it.
Wait a minute, you took feeds right from CNN? How did you get access to that? Was it possibly a cable box?
You could watch, let's just use Oz. Every time Oz got close, Fetterman was injected 90,000 votes. 6 times that happened. Let's take...
exactly 90,000 votes? Exactly 5 times, 90,000 votes, boom. Anytime he got ahead, boom. 90,000. They were that ham-handed, were they? They just couldn't, you can't stop them. 90,000 votes, they figured that'll do it.
Mastriano, his opponent had 380,000 votes front-loaded. I could go right down.
You mean the mail-in votes? Because most people voted mail-in and you guys told everybody to vote on the day. So why would they, so they just counted those beforehand? Or the day they started counting them in the morning and put them in at the end of the voting day because people had that was election day. And you seem really easily confused. I have a feeling my friend Hal's going to have a hard time getting you on his show.
On the list, Walker over in Georgia taking votes off each time. You go to...
You're saying Herschel Walker won the first...
Herschel Walker won to begin with. Absolutely, he didn't have to go to a runoff.
Nah, he was a winner. You could tell he was a winner. Did you ever hear his story about the werewolf? Shit, man.
Yeah, that one I posted on my Getter account. You can see...
What? I was on Getter. I get her done.
See the chart. It was a drop.
It was just. Wing-a-doo.
50,000
Could you do a presentation for that? Could we get on?
Yeah, can you explain this shit to all of us? Because none of us, you're losing us right here. Look at her. She's on a hard fade. Did you just fart on her? Because she's doing that kind of like, ow, lean.
Get her for like 2 hours and walk through the math? Because some people...
Yeah, can you pull like a Glenn Beck, only dumber?
Going to sit there and think you're stark raving man.
Right. No, you can. This is something all of...
You're, hold on. Holy shit. You're not.
Us could see if you track the Edison research. It's a monopoly. Everything goes through that. Now we have the cast vote records again to match that up. This is something that's like, you can't even...
And it does. Spoiler alert, it matches.
Wrap your head around it. Why doesn't anybody want to see this? Why?
Because they don't need to see it. They've already seen it. These are Republican-run fucking counties, and why are you farting on that girl?
Why doesn't Fox News? Why doesn't the news?
Why is she even standing there? Who is that? Is that the woman I just called on Mike's phone?
Just want to report
is a vote
this.
For you at the RNC to be chairman a step going back? They're going to say it's a step going backwards. You're going.
Yes. We used to be even dumber than we are now.
Going to 2020, you're going to 2022, and what they're going to say is you got to look forward. What's your response?
The response is you can't. I will never stop looking backward because that is looking forward. Okay.
All right. Well, that solves it. I don't even know why. It makes total sense to me, I'm not certainly overwhelmed with the urge to stick a bicycle pump in my ear and pop my own head after hearing such idiocy. And I don't think that anybody else is either. This makes total sense.
The backward is
Why
for
is
it.
that?
Because you have to, I'll give an example. In my pillow, I love using this example. In 2012, when I did my first infomercial,
We've actually heard this story before. And I know this story. But tell it again. I like to hear
I took in $100 million up
$100 million, and then he woke up $6 million in debt.
from $200,000 for
And nobody knows what pipe it went into. I mean, it went up in smoke. I mean, it was somebody burned it in a tiny piece of foil. Wait, no.
the year. I woke up one morning and I was $6 million in debt 6 months later.
You went bankrupt with $100 million.
And I didn't have, I wasn't bankrupt.
Yeah, you were that dumb that quick.
I prayed, but I learned from 2012. I learned everything that went wrong, people that took advantage. I learned, things that I fixed. I siloed everything out and fixed every single piece of it.
So you've lost almost half that amount of money just chasing this thing around. Fabulous.
And did a lot of praying. But if you look back, the 2020 election will go down as the most important election ever because of every.
Oh, I agree, because Trump lost and we got rid of that fucking asshole, right? That's not what you mean?
Everything we're learning from it, everything we're pulling out. You guys, if we would have had this big red wave that they said, I believe we would have lost our country. And
me too. Yes, I think if there was a red wave, the country would have been fucked.
the reason I say that is because they would have said, see, there's nothing wrong with the machines. There's nothing wrong with your elections.
Don't nod at him. It encourages him.
If I'd have been them, I'd have done.
She looks like she's standing behind him at Starbucks and he won't shut the fuck up and order.
Done that to shut everybody up. But they did. They were greedy. Remember, evil is greedy. That's going to be their downfall.
That's right.
You voted for Donald Trump.
Do you think we can get our country
Twice.
back unless we get the machines out and go back to paper ballots, hand count?
No.
No, we gotta melt them down and turn them into plastic prison bars so that even the weakest violent criminal can break out of jail.
You got to have paper ballots hand counted. I've met with.
Do you
gotta
agree
have
with that?
Paper ballots,
Paper
hand
ballots?
counted.
If France can do it, can America do it?
You guys, I have
They don't seem convinced.
I met with the Netherlands, the UK, France, Germany.
And none of them gave you playoff music.
They all looked at me when I was at that. All these reporters from those 4 countries, they looked at me and said, what's wrong with your country? What's wrong with your country that you can't have paper ballots?
More 5 times more people than you. You're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Mike Pillow, we made a bit of news on the show today. Mike Pillow may be joining us in the future. Finally got through to somebody. I doubt it. I have a feeling he's going to look at my show or look at clips that I've done about him and beg off. But for the record, I have watched all of his movies all the way through with you guys. And so I think I can actually, unlike some of the other reporters apparently that follow him that he doesn't like, I can respond to what he's saying without saying, I didn't watch that shit. I can go, actually, you're full of crap. This was garbage, and here's why.